Golf Central on YouTube, brought to you by the Chrome Soft Golf Ball from Callaway.
Whit Watson with a Golf Central update. Lee Hodges wins in dominant fashion at the 3M Open in Minnesota for his first PGA Tour victory. 24 under par after a final round 67. JT Poston in contention until a triple bogey at the last. Hodges meeting with the media.
Lee Hodges, congratulations, 2023 3M Open champion. It sounds pretty good. First victory on the PGA Tour. Just express how you feel right now.
Elated. It was just a dream week. The whole thing. I mean, I played honestly from Monday to Sunday. I played really good golf, even in practice rounds. The Pro-Am, I made a bunch of birdies, and then I made a bunch of birdies in the tournament without many bogeys. So it was just one of those weeks.
It's your 65th start on tour, so you've done it pretty early in your career. You've moved to number 33 in the FedEx Cup rankings, so get yourself secured in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Coming in here at number 74, I think. So that was a goal, obviously, and you've achieved it. So going forward, what does it look like for you in the next 3 or 4 weeks?
Just get ready for the playoffs. I mean, I think we're as ready as we can be. I'm playing some really good golf. I'm excited to have the opportunity to do some special things in the playoffs now. I mean, anytime you win, you really set yourself up for some special stuff. So my caddy was telling me on 18, I honestly didn't even think about it. We get to play Augusta next year. That's something else. That was probably the coolest thing I heard all day. So yeah, I'm just really thankful.
Another cool thing is you set a number of records this week. You're the first wire-to-wire winner of this tournament history. It's the lowest score in tournament history. What does it feel like to achieve those things when you not just win the tournament, but have those things on top of it?
Yeah, I mean, just icing on the cake, man. I mean, it was a dream week from start to finish, and I couldn't be happier. For whatever accolades came with it, I couldn't be happier.
All right, we'll take some questions for Lee, and we'll start with Casey.
Lee, you mentioned last night that you didn't think there'd be any stress overnight. You said it's just golf.
Yeah.
Is that kind of how the night played out for you? Was it pretty low key, and do you think that was a big factor in how you played today?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I have a good attitude about golf in general, because it is just a game. I mean, I'm super blessed to be able to play a game for a living, man. I mean, there's a lot of people that would trade to be in my shoes. So I think I have good perspective. And yeah, last night, me and my wife, we ate dinner here, and then we went to get some ice cream, and I slept like a baby. So yeah, it was a pretty nonchalant night.
Yesterday, you kind of vowed to be aggressive. You felt like you learned at the Amex that you couldn't just settle and get some pars. Do you feel like you did that the way you wanted to today? Yeah,
no doubt. I mean, I thought I was super aggressive. I mean, anytime you hit 2 3-woods inside 10 feet, you're being pretty aggressive. So those were 2 of the greatest shots I've ever hit. But wish I maybe would have been a little less aggressive with my putter. I ran a couple by there late, but I mean, whatever, it all worked out.
Just can you kind of reflect on growing up in a small town in Alabama? I know there were a bunch of them out there to watch you today, your college coach out there to watch you today. Just kind of what this journey means and kind of commenting on just all the people back home too as well.
Yeah, I'm just really grateful to be from Alabama, especially Ardmore. They announced me on the first tee from Athens, but if anybody asks, I'm from Ardmore, Alabama. So I'm super proud to be from there and represent those people. And man, I'm sure there is a party going on in North Alabama right now.
Did you know your coach was flying in, and who? I
didn't know anybody was flying in except for my agent, Jeff Stacey. Everybody else was a surprise.
When did you find out?
I looked up on 18 when I was about to putt and saw him.
Your coach said today you're unflappable like you almost always are, except maybe during Alabama football games.
That's a fact. I live and die by the Crimson Tide, especially on the football field. Wish I didn't sometimes. I've gotten better about letting it affect my mood, but I used to really let it affect me. But no, I'm proud to be a Crimson Tide, and I'm proud to have went to the University of Alabama.
Talked about 2 of the greatest shots you ever hit. Can you just take us through those 3 woods on 6 and 12 and what you were thinking on those positions? And
yeah, it just kind of seems like one of those things that happens when you win. I had the exact same number both times and the exact same win. So I just had to hold a little 3-wood, and it was 257 both times, and I just had to get it up in the air and hold it, and I did them pretty well.
When you hit the one on 12, is that kind of when you start to really let winding enter your mind?
No, not really. I mean, Postman's an unbelievable player. he could birdie every hole out there. So, yeah, no, I thought I did a really good job this week of, I'd say the first time I actually let myself think about winning was after I hit the third shot on 18. Other than that, I was just completely focused on what I was doing out there, which is probably why I played some nice golf. Probably should try to do that more.
Lee, your former Alabama teammate Davis Shore got it done for the first time on the Canadian Tour today. Nice. How cool to share your first win like that?
I actually saw this morning on my phone that he had a lead. That's awesome. I mean, yeah, what a day for Alabama. D. Shore's a great kid. He was a freshman when I was a senior, and you know, we treated him like a freshman, but he's a great guy and an unbelievable talent, and he'll do a lot of good stuff for a long time.
I was talking to Savannah. She was saying you're a bit of a local celebrity back at home. Everyone.
Well, I am from like 1,500 people, so.
Does it mean a little bit more to come from a small town where maybe there aren't these big athletic accomplishments, and you can kind of set one?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, yeah, I'm super proud to be from Ardmore, Alabama. Like, you know, I feel like people could be like, oh, you know, you're from a small place, but no, I own that, and I am from Ardmore, Alabama, and I love everybody there. I loved growing up there, loved going to school there. My mom and dad still live there. My dad announces basketball and football at the high school, so he really loves Ardmore. But no, it's I'm super proud to be from there.
Lee, I think it was yesterday that we asked you at the end of the round whether you and JT had played together before on the tour, and you said you couldn't recall. You probably did, but you couldn't recall. Well, it turns out that you guys played together in the last round here last year.
Yeah, we actually talked about that.
I was going to ask you, did you recall that when you were out there and mention it?
My caddy was actually not feeling great, and last year, and we had a funny moment about him running off and stuff like that. So yeah, and we honestly forgot I was playing with Postman. But yeah, no, Postman's a great guy. Could not have thought of a better guy to play the final round with today. Super comfortable pairing, and man, he's a talent, and he'll win a lot of times on the PGA Tour.
Jerry?
Is it true your fans back in Ardmore can cheer you on with 1 foot in Tennessee and 1 foot in Alabama?
Yeah, that's a fact. Main Street runs right through the middle of town, and on the north side is Tennessee and the south side is Alabama. And my step-grandfather is actually the mayor of Ardmore, Alabama, not Tennessee. There's 2 mayors for Ardmore, one for each side.
Oh, is there? Okay. In that scrum, or when you were embraced there in the walkway, someone yelled out that there's still a teller opening position at the bank if you need it. Was that ever a career option?
No, my dad's a banker, and the guy that actually yelled that is a banker also. So he's just giving me a hard time. I was never going to work at the bank.
Larry? Oh, go to the back there.
Explain the milkshake on the 18th green.
Yeah, so Coach Sewell, that's our Alabama thing. Anytime we won a tournament, he would take us to get milkshakes. So that was incredible that he was here and that he brought me a milkshake. I mean, you can't even make that up. That's super special, something I'll remember forever.
Céline Boutier captures the Amundi Evian Championship. This major title going to a French player for the first time ever at 14 under par. Defending champion Brooke Henderson 8 under but 6 shots back. And at the Senior Open in Wales, it was a playoff between Alex Ceka and Padraig Harrington. Ceka coming out on top, winning his 3rd senior major at 5 over par.